Hello and a very warm welcome to you. Welcome to Saturday Night with Hayley Palmer. It is a very special show this evening because look who I'm here with is the one and only Limahl. And we'll be catching up with him after this. Limahl, how are you doing? It's so good to see you.
I'm great, thank you. Not bad for my age.
You've got great young energy, that's the main thing. And, you know, as soon as I see you, I'm just get this ray of sunshine. So it's great to have you here. I know you've been really busy. I've seen you on podcasts and award ceremonies. It's all going for you, isn't it?
Yeah. I got a last minute call to go to Manchester for the comic relief. Is it too soon to talk about that?
That's okay.
Okay.
Go for it.
So that was a couple of weeks ago, and I found myself in the green room, standing next to Jonathan Ross, Davina McCall, Tom Allen, Rylan,
We love Rylan.
all 6'7" of him. And I complimented him on his shoes.
You noticed straight away.
He had these amazing glittery shoes, and he was actually offering them to me. He said, after the show, I'm only wearing them once, you can have them. Unfortunately, his shoe size is like 12, and I'm an 8.
Oh, that's such a shame. I love that he was like, have my shoes.
I was so touched. It was so sweet, because I think he was genuine. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice to hear.
It was an amazing time, and it was, of course, Comic Relief was celebrating 40 years, so it started in 85, I think. So it had 3 acts from the 80s, me, Carol Decker from Tapau, and Roachford. So the years were 83, Tapau was 87, and Roachford was 89. We were trying to work it out.
Yeah.
But live TV, Friday night, 7 o'clock. When I went up to do the filming, I had no idea that I was going to be opening the show, and I'm so glad I didn't know, because I think the pressure would be on. The pressure would be on. I think the night before I would have lost sleep, because you worry, you can't help but worry about things when they're important.
I wouldn't think you would get nervous, but it is, I guess, a lot of pressure, isn't it, when you're there, live TV. You know, it's the adrenaline as well, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a weird one, because half of me is really excited, because that's what I always wanted to do. It's what I set out to do. I'm still doing it, and I love it. But you're always, when live, there's no chance to go cut and we roll again.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's a little bit of that, but that's fine. You know.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw you. It was like, wow, this is incredible, and everyone was messaging me, "Have you seen him on Comic Relief?" So.
I saw a little bit back, and I was thinking to myself, I'm glad I've been going to the gym and swimming, because, you know, that's show business. You're on show. You
really are completely scrutinised, but you look so well.
So
you don't age at all.
Well, you hear people saying, you know, I'm dieting for a holiday or a wedding or whatever it is, and I've kind of had that pressure all my life.
Yeah.
Really, you know, being on stage. And now with mobile phone cameras everywhere.
Get every angle.
They're zooming in.
Yeah, get the Snapchat filter.
Yeah. And everybody wants a selfie. Nobody wants an autograph anymore, they want a selfie.
I like a good old-fashioned autograph.
Do you?
Yeah, but they don't, like you say, for some people do, which is lovely, but you're right, most people want a selfie, don't they?
Yeah. It's like more evidence that they've been with you, you know. I mean, there have been opportunities, there have been moments in my life where if I'd have had a mobile phone camera, or indeed an autograph book, and I'll just give you 3 names.
Go on.
Freddie Mercury, Elizabeth Taylor, and who could be the third? Oh, let's say Tina Turner.
Sorry, we've gone in at this level. I mean, Tina Turner.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
So there was no speaking. We were both performing on a TV show in Germany. I think she was touring with What's Love Got to Do with It, doing promo for that. And that was back in the time when there was no social media, no online. no streaming services, very few TV channels. So if you had a hit, and this is what happened with Kajagoogoo and with Never Ending Story as well, you had to do the equivalent of Top of the Pops across Europe. So suddenly, from being in rehearsal studios and recording studios, you're on a plane, you're at the TV studio, you're at the radio station, you're at the airport, and you're ringing your parents going, oh, I'm in Paris, oh, I'm in Stockholm, all these places you've only ever dreamed of.
What an experience.
Crazy, at 23 years old as well. Yeah, amazing.
Wow, what an incredible career you've had though. Just, I mean, you must look back and just be like,
well,
insane.
the interesting thing about, you know, people, I've seen people say on social media, or you know, cruel journalists might say, he's a one-hit wonder. And I say, excuse me, I'm a two-hit wonder. Or the term I like is one-hit wonderful.
Oh!
Because if you have hits the size of Too Shy and Never Ending Story, they are the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
So for 40 years, the phone has rang for me to perform all over the world, whether it's at a charity show or a corporate show or a retro music festival or a TV show.
Yeah.
It's never ending.
Exactly. We'll be speaking more to you about your new single, which is really exciting, after this.
Turn around, look at what you see.
Now, I want to talk about Too Shy because, I mean, it's so iconic. Everyone knows it. Still to this day, we love it. Got some facts here. 42 years ago.
Surely not.
That it was number one. That's insane. Sold over 500,000 copies on vinyl in the UK alone, with millions more abroad. And the legacy continues. 95 million plus streams, appearances in films and TV shows. And long may it continue, right?
Yeah, it's interesting to watch the journey of your baby in a way, because you do. I've heard other songwriters say that your songs feel like your children.
Yeah.
Your children feel like your songs. So, you know, Too Shy. I get asked, and I answer honestly.
Yeah.
Did we know that what we were about to embark upon? And the answer is a what's the word? I'm looking for something to emphasize here. Well, I'll just say downright. It's a downright no. It's
Really?
a no. No. I mean, it felt good, you know. I
You
think
get an inkling about things sometimes, don't you? You didn't have a little feeling of...
I think we enjoyed it musically. You know,
Right.
I remember when Stuart played the opening chords, keyboard player, and then Nick added that iconic bass, and you just think, oh, this is so nice, but you have no idea.
I guess you never completely know.
Tina Turner talking of Tina Turner earlier,
I love it.
she didn't want to record What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yeah, because when I saw the musical, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, and I worked with Gwen Dickey in around 2002. She's the lead singer of Rolls Royce Car Wash.
Yeah.
And she went to the producer, I think it was a guy called Norman Whitefield, who'd had some hits with Motown and various others. And she said, and she's American, she said, who's going to want to hear a song about washing cars? And he was going, no, trust me, baby, trust me, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad she trusted him.
Wow.
But yeah, it's very hard to know. You know, I think if anyone knew, it would be a bottled formula that you could just access.
Yeah.
You could pay for it or something, and probably very expensive, but...
But I guess sometimes you just have the talent and the luck on your side. And it's like when I've interviewed Mike Stock, you know, when they had the Hit Factory, it was like hit after hit after hit. It's like you're on a roll, everything you touch turns to gold. You just have those times in life, don't you?
And am I allowed to say that we're filming this in a casino?
Yeah, absolutely, at the Hippodrome, we love it.
Okay, so if you're in a casino and you're having, there's a rule. If you're having a run of luck, I think the word is run of luck, the other serious gamblers will jump on your bandwagon. I remember once in Las Vegas, there's the game craps where you have to not throw a 7.
Like they do in Guys and Dolls.
Oh yes,
Yes.
yes, of course. But I think I threw the dice like 20 times in Vegas, and I didn't throw a 7. And all these serious gamblers around the table were throwing loads of money on, and the inspectors were looking rather concerned, I must say. But my point is that, you know, if we equate that to music, you mentioned PWL. As an artist, you can benefit from the luck that a company is having. So if you were a good talent and you were introduced to Motown, or TSOP, the Sound of Philadelphia, that gave us the 3 Degrees and Howard Melvin and the Blue Notes and the OJs and others, or Phil Spector or Trevor Horn, you know, you're combining your talent with their current success, and it really helps. Another important thing, Hayley, is we were introduced to EMI Records by Nick Rose from Duran Duran. Now, again, that's not a new precedent. We saw Peter Gabriel introduce or give a helping hand to Kate Bush. Cilla Black was, her first hit was written by the Beatles. Lennon McCartney wrote Step Inside Love. Wow. You know that song? And Gladys Knight introduced the Jackson 5 to Motown. I mean, the list goes on. There's a few other good examples. So I think, you know, it's serendipity. I'm not really a believer in fate, but it's a bit of luck. You know, luck be a lady tonight and all that. And I think there's a bit of things coming together and just clicking, you know. And you can't know what that is.
It's only when you look back and you join the dots, isn't it? You think, that happened because of that. And, you know, and that's why in show business, you know, even with rejection, you just got to go, no, I'm coming back. And you just never know when it is your time to really shine.
I do feel lucky because there are plenty of other great early 80s songs that have not had that continued exposure.
I was going to say, because to this date, you know, sometimes you just even, I don't know where I heard Too Shy. Was it in Boots? Could have been in Boots.
I was in Boots.
It's in Boots, isn't it?
I heard it in Boots, in a chemist, It's still a thrill, you know.
Yeah.
If I'm driving and it comes on the radio, or
it must be.
if I'm in a shop and it's on in the background. No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's always a good thing.
I'm always in Boots anyway to get my advantage points, but when Limahl's playing, even better for me. Brilliant. It's Too Shy. So I want to talk about your new single, A Horse with No Name, currently doing so well in the Heritage chart, I see.
Yeah.
So talk us through this, because I'm always a fan of your new material, and I know that everything you do, there's a lot of thought that goes into it. It's just always immaculate. I can see how, you know, you make it just incredible. So, yeah, talk us through how this all came about.
So, A Horse with No Name has been in my life for as long as I can remember as a song by the band America. And it's just a song I love. And it's a very unique song. It's lyrically unique. And I've done my research. The writer, whose name is Dewey Bunnell from the band America, his father was stationed in an Air Force base near the desert. So he spent a lot of time as a child going through the Arizona and New Mexico deserts. Now, there's no desert near Wigan, where I'm from. So,
just to confirm.
It's not, just to confirm, it's not a song I would have ever written. And that's fine. As a songwriter myself, you know, I can look at other songs and say, wow, that's an amazing piece of work. So that's my mindset at the beginning. Then I've got two voices in my head saying, this would be interesting to look at this song that you love. The other voice is going, no, better not, it's a classic, they'll kill you. If you don't get it right. But that's kind of a challenge as well. So I started with, first of all, I thought, can't use guitar because the beautiful acoustic guitar drives the original. So I start electronics and synthesizers, and I've got this really nice sequencer going It's called a Roland Jupiter 8. Now, back in the day, actually in the Kajagoogoo Too Shy video, there is a Jupiter 8 on stage with our keyboard player, Stuart. But now you can get it as an audio plugin in software. So that's how I'm using it. And I've got this sequencer coming back with me, to me, and it's a bit like, the sound is, it's called an envelope. It's a bit like a wah-wah guitar that opens and closes the sound, so ooh, 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 ah, 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 ooh, ooh. Now, in the old days, you had to literally turn the knob to make it do that, but now, of course, you can program it. But I have fond memories of doing that with some of the early recordings. And by the way, I hear it on Giorgio Moroder's classic, I Feel Love. You know, that disco classic?
Yeah.
They would have had no programming, so that there's a part in the middle of the song where the envelope is someone, I can picture someone's hand doing it, it always makes me smile. But anyway, I've got this great Jupiter 8 sound coming back at me, and I throw some reverbs on it. I'm thinking, oh, this is so nice. And then the way I look at it is this. Every creator, whether you're writing a book, making film, or music, will start a project that won't get finished, and you end up with half-finished ideas on the shelf. Every musician out there has got them, half-finished songs. And by the way, if I digress, just remind me what I said. By the way, that's how Noddy Holder and Slade wrote Merry Christmas, Everybody.
Woo!
Polydor Records said to them, we need an album. They said, the album's not ready. Okay, can you give us a single for Christmas? He went to his shelf. I've read it in his autobiography.
Yeah.
I was like glued to that page.
Yeah.
And he took 3 separate ideas that they liked, matched the keys, played around with it, and they came up with Merry Christmas, Everybody. The point I'm trying to make is that half-finished ideas are never wasted anyway. So anyway, I'm working on A Horse with No Name, and the jigsaw puzzle pieces just kept fitting. So I've got this Jupiter 8, then I'm adding something else, then I'm trying a 90s rhythm, and it's a 6/8, excuse me. The rhythm is 6/8. It's a bit like Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. It's that. The original's a 6/8. So then I performed The Never-Ending Story on the Jane McDonald TV show.
I love Jane McDonald.
Yes.
Still have a cup of tea with her.
And I had to rehearse with a band, and I met her guitarist, Steve Cooper.
Yeah.
Who's worked with some big names. He's a really very good guitarist. And so when I got back home, I sent him the files for Horse, and I said, look, Steve, throw some ideas at me. I don't know if I'm going to use it. I'll still pay you if I don't use it. You know, I didn't think I was going to use guitar on this track, but you know. So anyway, he sent me this guitar back, and I was just so blown away.
God.
And it was a no-brainer to use it. I spent 2 weeks editing the guitar.
Wow.
And and when you're working on something very closely, you have to keep stepping back. You know, a bit like the artist doing a painting, you get to a point where you can't see it or you can't hear it, in my case.
Yes.
So it's been in my back pocket for a while, and work on it, come away from it, work on it, come away from it. And then I met the video director, and we could talk about. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I've seen a video, like little clips of it. It looks fantastic.
So Goat Noise Photography, and I got together with Goat, and we talked about the lyrics and how crazy they are, and how it sounds like one of those crazy dreams you have, and you wake up and you go, "What was all that about?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, and you know, this kind of apocalyptic feeling in the world right now. I mean, I think it's always been there to a certain extent, even right in, you know, when I was a teenager in London. I remember this, is it CND demonstrations, the Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament, and, you know, various other anti-globalization and blah, blah, blah. So there's always a hint of that. I just think we feel it more because we're so connected communicatively, if that's a word.
There we go.
We are so connected. So we hear it all, and it is a bit scary. But when he sent the images back to me, I was like, OMG. You know what? You need luck you need luck sometimes. Creatively, things, it's an organic process. You just keep trying stuff. You're trying stuff visually, you're trying stuff musically.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how that's my ethos, really. Because I even remember when I first did my hair blonde, I was in the musical Godspell in the Palace Theatre. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Westcliff-on-Sea.
Ah! Absolute classic, though, I bet.
But you know what?
With a lot of history,
I was absolutely thrilled because
Yeah.
in Godspell, the 12 cast members all get a solo song. And prior to that, I'd been in Josephine, the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and I only sang 2 lines solo.
What lines were they?
Can't remember. I think it was, oh no, not me.
How
Benjamin
you
is something than a coconut tree.
Take him.
Yeah,
take
no,
me.
yeah, that's it, something like that. So, but of course, there's a lot of amazing vocal work in Joseph. If you're not on stage, you're still singing in the wings because it's so choir-driven.
Yeah, I've just seen actually it's come back to the Wimbledon Theatre this
Wouldn't
week.
surprise me.
But I love those sort
Yeah.
of classic shows because for me, you just can't touch those. They are just, I could watch it a million times over.
I mean, it's interesting to talk about Godspell because it's quite relevant. The writer is Stephen Schwartz, who wrote Wicked.
Oh.
You know, I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen Wicked?
I haven't seen
We're
it.
going immediately.
I haven't seen
Well,
it.
you haven't seen the stage and the cinema?
No.
That's a whole other
There's-
show. We need to do behind the scenes of this.
Okay, that's a night out. You're taking me,
Yeah, we'll go to Wicked.
Fine.
Definitely.
Can we bring Steve?
It's a group night out. And anyone else that wants to come, then you need to see it in your life.
Yeah, well, everyone says this. I don't know why I've resisted and resisted and resisted.
No, I don't either.
And I sometimes I see things 3 times. The new MJ show, Michael Jackson.
Yes, I've seen that.
it 3 times.
I think I've seen that 3 times, actually.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of those shows that you can
Wow.
keep watching because each time you're like, oh, I didn't see that the
So
first
good.
time. So, yeah, no, I love the show.
And I've seen both Michaels. I saw the guy that came from Broadway.
Yes.
And I've seen the new one, and they're both great.
Yes, and Thriller Live when it came here. I'm an MJ fan. So.
Oh, I never.
You didn't see
what,
that?
Thriller, as in the real Michael Jackson?
No, just Thriller Live, the musical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that one.
That one's on. But yeah, the one in London at the moment is
Did you go and see
fantastic.
Guys and Dolls at the British
Yes,
Theatre?
of course.
Yes,
of course.
that was so
Did that as
good.
my school play. I had to go and see it in the West End.
Oh, and how
Sit
many?
down, you're back in the boat.
How many encores did they do? It was like 3 or 4 or something. It was incredible.
We could talk musicals all day.
Oh, we
But we
could.
actually want to show your new music video, if that's
Okay,
okay with you.
yeah, yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic, and I'm going to let Limahl introduce it.
Okay. Wow. How do you introduce this video? It's escapism, and it's colour, and it's a dreamscape. Enjoy.
On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things, and there was sand and hills and rings. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz in the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there the horse run free, 'cause the desert had turned to sea. There were plants and birds and rocks and things, and there was sand and hills and rings. The ocean is a desert with its life underground, and the perfect disguise above. Under the cities lies a heart made of ground, but the humans will give no love. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain.
Limahl, I could literally just sit here and talk to you about life, dark chocolate, musicals forever. But we want to remind everyone to download your new single. If you haven't listened to it yet, you're missing out. We're going to put details on the screen of how you can check it out, how you can check out the video, how you can stream it, right?
Yeah. So it's been out a week. It's had over 30,000 views already. So really nice. Responses have been amazing. This song is attracting a lot of guys. Strangely, I think it's the strong guitar.
Oh,
And the fact that, you know, people have some sort of attachment with the original.
yeah.
I don't think America would be considered a prog rock group, 1971, but folk slash rock slash, you know, whatever. Do you know the song was written in the UK?
Oh,
Are you ready for the name of the place it was written in?
go on.
Puddletown in Dorset.
Oh,
Yes. So the band was staying at the house of a musician, Arthur Miller, I think his name was, or somebody Miller, or was it Brown? Don't quote me. But yeah, and the record the album was released. Their album was released in Europe without Horse, which was then titled Desert Song. See, I've done my research.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
And record company said, "Got any more songs?" And they were like, "Yeah, we've got this Desert Song. We're not really keen on it." And the rest, as they say.
Yeah.
And that really relates to your earlier question, which is, do you know that you've got such an iconic song? They didn't know either.
No. It's funny, isn't it? But what have you got coming up next for you, like in the next couple of months or this year? Is there any more plans you can give us a little insight to?
Recording-wise, I have a new track almost ready. Not sure when I'll release it. Maybe the end of this year, maybe the beginning of next. I'm performing at Cologne Pride in Germany in July. I'm also going to Reykjavik in Iceland for the first time. I'm on a big multi-artist retro show there with a big lineup. There's talk of me going to Lithuania in December, where they've asked me to perform the Christmas song, Watch the Space.
Hey.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That'd be lovely.
My Christmas track.
Yeah.
So yeah, the wonderful thing about every year, I don't quite know how the year's going to pan out.
Yeah.
You know? And I kind of like that.
Yeah, you never
keeps
know.
me on my toes.
Well, one thing is for sure is that we're going to get everyone to download your single. We're going to go and see Magic Mike and Wicked. That's our plan of action.
Yeah.
But no, it's always just such a pleasure to have you on the show. I know I've interviewed you a couple of times and, you know, it's just such a lovely chat. We could talk for hours.
Yeah.
But we really appreciate you taking your time out to come and talk with us.
Oh,
And,
bless you.
You know, we're
Thank
supporting
you.
your new music all the way.
I've loved
we
it.
We really
I've
are.
enjoyed it.
So thank you so much. It's the incredible Limahl, everyone.
Give us a kiss.
Yay! Oh, huge thank you to Limahl.
And after the show, I'm going to try her shoes on.
Are you?
Yeah.
What size are you?
Around the same size, you know.
No, I'm size 5 or 6. I've got deceivingly small feet for my height.
Oh.
But, you know, there's not to worry. We could swap shirts or like...
I love those shoes.
Thank you very
Why
much.
can't men wear stilettos?
It's a skill though, walking in heels.
Prince did. Prince wore
Yes,
stilettos.
it is an absolute skill. But no, thank you so much for joining us. It has been a wonderful chat.
I've
We've done about
loved it.
3 interviews, I think, before. Haven't? No, maybe more.
This is the third.
Is
Third
it
or
the
fourth.
third?
Third or fourth.
But we did
yeah.
this. That was then. This is now together.
That was then this.
So that was.
Oh yeah. So that
was,
counts. Yeah.
Counts as 4.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go and see Magic Mike together. So that's 5 because we'll give you a little update on Instagram. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your support. We love you lots. And we'll see you next week.
At night I can't sleep, 'cause I'm thinking of you. Tossing, turning, stomach churning. I'm cold, but sweating too. In the day I don't eat, and I can't work at all. Concentrating's just frustrating. My life is in free fall. Still in love with you. Still in love, it's true. Still in love, a fool. You've broken my heart, tore me apart. I just can't get over you. I take pills for the pain. Yes, I do. But it brings no relief. Unrelenting, tormenting my heart. It's diseased. Why should I carry on? Because nothing makes sense. I'm qualified for suicide. It would just be self-defense.